Yeah.
Alright, hold up.
1, 2, 2, 2.
Good night, greetings everybody. We are G-Syndicate, and tonight is vibes as we syndicate you vibes, you know. You're gonna be hearing some songs off our upcoming EP. Think it's gonna be nice. So right about now, we're starting with this one. Ready to blow? So are you ready to go? So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, ready to blow, ready to blow. Oh, ha, so let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time to start the party. Sometimes we be getting dirty. This time we're starting this thing right. Hey, so just kick off your shoes. It's no time to feel the blues. So baby, we gonna do our thing tonight. Oh, leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time for you to be free. Let's just enjoy the party tonight. We just gonna ease our mind. So just live on the walk, 'cause we're not gonna step on all in the way. Just leaving all our fears behind. So leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Let the music take control. Let it seep into your soul. When the bass line starts pulsating, feel the stress evaporate. Let it bring me to your mind. There could be no better time to get on the floor, 'cause we're just ready to blow. Ready to blow, start up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark on the trombone.
Start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Give it up for Mark, y'all.
So
let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's
Be
go.
ready to blow.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Yes, folks, good night one more time. We are G-Syndicate. This next song we're going to do for you, you can find it on our upcoming EP called Revive. We released it last year, and we're ready to rock. This one is called Chemistry.
Hey girl, hey girl,
Candy coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you move it, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you run the world? I'll let me say face to face. Know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. I hear your voice, angelic eyes, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, sugar energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and just grooving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and just grooving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, we're still moving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, and that's for me, baby.
Step out, step out.
Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Yeah.
The next selection is entitled Englishman in New York, a song made famous by Sting in the 80s. Hope you enjoy.
I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, my tea. I like my toast done on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking king here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm man, and someone said he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty's propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, all rare in this society. At night a candle's brighter than the sun. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. In New York, takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners make it man, and someone said he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and strive. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
You know you sing at home.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York City. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Now, growing up in the 90s, I would have loved these songs. I'm sure those of you that know them will love them as well. So we got two songs coming up for you. We got I Wanna Know by Joe and Someone to Love by John B. and Babyface. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh, nobody ever made me feel this way. No, you kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry. Oh, so I can be the one to always make you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were with. No, and he never took the time to make it worse. More loving girl. Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows consent. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, and I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always my brother from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Hail.
Yes. And together we are here. All. Hey, yes.
To the clip now. To the clip.
Wait a minute. Ballet off life. Ballet off life. Boy, yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here indeed with another episode of the Senate Podcast. What's going on, my brother? How is everything? How's life treating you? What's going on?
I'm here, man. I'm great. I'm good. I'm ready to crank. Had a good day, I think. Had a good day. It's a busy day, a full day, which seems to be a thing these days for me. It's a long day at work. Did some coaching and stuff like that, so I feel good about that. And then Eden, she got enrolled in Brownies this evening, so big ups to Eden. Yeah, she kicked it off playing the national anthem on violin and all that, so she's doing her thing. And I went and did another interview this evening with Blood on 94.7. Shout out to Blood. Ran to the gym, had a call right before this one with regard to the show, and now I am here with you, my brother. So I am ready to go.
Jeez, on bread. That man sounds busy. That man sounds extremely busy. But we're glad you're here. Glad you made it. My day was uneventful, largely reports, paperwork, boring, mundane stuff.
So it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but we're here. We're here to do Lord's work, and
amen.
We are told that Dr. Carey should be joining us at some point in the evening. She can't join us for the start, but she'll be here momentarily. So we await her arrival. And
much like the Queen.
That is right. Now, we listen to some G-Syndicate. Now, we know Christmas is usually G-Syndicate time. Usually this is a time where a lot of people need some sweet singing fellas to come and regale them with melodies of Christmas. So let us know about your upcoming performances. Let us know about what's going on with G-Syndicate. You say you went on the radio today. Talk a bit more about it, man. Don't keep it a secret.
Yeah, promoting Christmas with G-Syndicate. We're going to be at Frank Column Hall on December 18th. That's next Sunday, not this one coming, the one after that. We're going to be at Frank Column Hall. It's only $60. You can come out. You can hear G-Syndicate. You can hear Kelly Cadogan, Hashim Drunt, Jalea Boyce, Irvin Belgrave, Harmony Haynes, and Daniel Harvey. All of them will be there with us. We have a grand old time at the Frank Column Hall at 7 o'clock, at Frank Column Hall, on December 18th. Come through, check it out, get your tickets on ticket links. Also check out Saul Warren's Rubis Coverley, the ice shop at Sheraton. And there's one more, CS Pharmacy.
Yeah,
right
so
there in Bridgetown. Check them out.
Check out G-Syndicate, Christmas with G-Syndicate, Frank Column Hall not this Sunday, next Sunday, December 18th. Check them out. It's going to be a grand old time. The fellas going to sound sweet. They're gearing up. They're doing the hard work. So, they're going to sound sweet. So, anyhow, let me say a shout out to Aston. Shout out to Steve. We still, who else in here knocking boat? Anyhow, who else knocking boat and lurking? Good night to you. Thanks for joining us. As I said before, we are indeed the Senate Podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And let's build this community. We got content old and new. We trying to work on new content. We here doing this content. We in the streets, man. We in the streets.
For sure.
Oh, speaking of the streets. Speaking of the streets, tonight we are dealing with fan submission night. You guys send us whatever wellness you all find in the streets, and you all send to Derek, and Derek would usually bring them to the forest. Usually a well night. Consider it like descended shorts, but in long, long form, extended.
3/4 parts.
Exactly. Shout out Ruben, man. Can't chat, driving. Ruben, thank you very much for listening. Don't type no more, just listen.
Yeah, big up Ruben. I saw Ruben twice in the past 2 days.
Well, shout out Ruben, man.
Yeah,
Ruben's a
big
good
up
man.
Ruben.
Yeah, man. Shout out Tango Fox. You're late, but you're all right. It's we need some shorts. I know. But we can start one out right now. Shout out the
Talk
Ghost
to him,
Pepper.
Tiger Fox. Talk to him. Hold it tight.
Yeah. It's
Got the fans
clamoring.
watering, Neil.
Yeah, clamoring. But wait, I working on it. I actually working on it. Then it's short now. I know when I can release it, probably tomorrow evening. I trying to get that thing, but yeah, we got work. But we hoping that tonight can suffice for a little bit, right? Because the fast submission night is as Senate shorts, but extended. Merry night, gentlemen. Cherish. Good night. Hope you are well. The Ghost Pep is in the building. Speaking of things that we need, I think that we need to get some. We need to meet at Senate HQ.
I think so.
If we can spirit this Saturday and see if we can link up, man. We haven't link up for a little while.
It's true.
So we gotta get the fellas. Anyhow,
around things right.
Yep, we gotta met to run his rate. Anyhow, people ain't come to hear me talk about nothing else but the wellness that we got tonight. So over to you, my brother. What you got in the chamber to let off the roof?
Oh boy. No, there's this account called 6 Brown Chicks, right? Now we would have covered something from them before with the lady whose son failed the DNA test. Yeah, that was from 6 Brown Chicks.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me something from 6 Brown Chicks, and I decided, you know what? Let me do a little bit of investigation myself. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get 6 posts, 6 Brown Chicks. But as always, you run up on some stuff that is a little over here. So if you win an extra one for good measure, so we should have 7 from 6 Brown Chicks. So give me the first one on screen, Neil. This is question number 2, right?
Yeah. I saw you had I went to put them in order, and I say, you know what? My mom got them in order for a reason.
Yeah.
So we put them in order in a reason. Yeah.
Okay. So we have. My ex was in town and we had a risky quickie, no condom. Before I could shower, my current boyfriend seduced me. He commented that he tasted a man on me. Him. I haven't tasted that in a while. He obviously liked it. How to handle this? Hashtag SBC chat. Let me get this soundboard. I think that is a fairly auspicious way to start the show. Your thoughts, brother?
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So you cheated on your man with no condom. Number one. You cheated, no condom. You come home and you deal with your current man.
Before you bed.
Yeah. So that's 3 strikes there, yo.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Make it sticky.
And then, literally. and then the current man says, you taste like mine. You taste like that in a little while. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's all they call that relationship. What I would say is that I think you guys need to have a conversation, a very courageous conversation, as Ramel likes to call him, Ramel Hall. And you guys need to come to Jesus moment. If nothing else, when I want baptizing in the waters of Jesus. Yeah. I mean,
purifying, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't tasted that in a while. Does he mean he hasn't tasted man in a while, or he hasn't tasted man on you in a while? Like, it's so wild. It's so
it's out there. It's out there.
Nothing good could come from this. Have a conversation. If for nothing else, you have an unprotected sex on this man, have a conversation, please. As for him tasting what other men taste like, I don't know, man. Ask a question or two.
How
you know what mine tastes like?
Exactly. Yeah, he might be our guy from Armageddon. You never know. The South God 3000.
Let me move on here.
Give me that. So question number 6, deal.
Yep.
It says, I'm 4 months pregnant by my married boyfriend. He's a great listener, so I figured he was thoughtful. No, he's slow. I met his farm at Thanksgiving. All his older siblings are slow and still live with their mama. I don't want to be trapped by a slow baby. Help. Hashtag SBC chat.
I'm pregnant, but my married boyfriend, he's a great listener, so I figured he was thoughtful. No, he is slow.
I don't think he's the person that's slow here.
I mean,
he married and got you too. I don't think he's the one that's slow.
He can't be as slow as you projected here. This man here, like he quick for somebody. 4 months pregnant by a married boyfriend. You can't have a married boyfriend. You either have your husband or somebody else's husband. You don't have a married boyfriend. He's a great listener. That's good on him. And yes, if he's a great listener, chances are he is thoughtful. Could be running game. No, he is slow. But how do you know he is slow? You met his family at thing, all them slow. And you don't want a slow baby?
You already 4 months pregnant, man. 4 months is 12 weeks, is it? No, that's 16 weeks. Yeah.
She passed. Yeah.
Rough, you made it mean nothing to you, know.
Yeah. So you paid yourself. Forward. Yeah. Everything they done, see. So just don't come in and accept your lot in life. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. So, let's crack on, my brother.
Let's crack on.
Let's keep it going. Mm-hmm. There's an aging Michael Jackson impersonator. Let me go again. There's an aging Michael Jackson impersonator in Ohio known for seducing mature females he meets at his performances. My ex-wife fell in that trap. MJ uses her for sex and free housing, and she pays for everything. I want to come back home. He's blocking me. Advice. Again, hashtag SBC chat.
Advice, my man. your ex-wife fall for a Michael Jackson. All right, let me
unpack it.
Yeah. Your man fall your woman fall for a pseudo smooth criminal, right? Billie Jean and Lover is your ex-wife, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? So you don't want to get back in with you want to get back in the ends with the wife, the ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
But she got the Michael Jackson. The body ain't doing it like Michael, man. I know what to tell you. Michael is
the real thriller.
The guy is really true. I got that pretty young thing, that PYT, man.
It's about the thriller.
Yeah. So I would just tell you that's human nature. What I would tell you is that, brother, I think you need to move on because the woman ain't about you. The woman has shown no indication that she's about you. She has moved on, albeit to a very strange character, but nevertheless, she has moved on. And he is not blocking you. She's an ex for a reason. So I don't know, man. I think that's a lot. I think
all he can do at this point is remember the times.
It's true. Because I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. So many Michael Jackson titles, so many little time. So much little time. But yeah, there's an ex for a reason. She ain't seem interested or reciprocal of any feelings that you have for her to get back in. So I would just tell you, brother man, that's it.
I'll say this, right? And this will come out again later in the show. We could go on. You know, this is going to come up later again in the show with another video that we got coming, right? And MJ is using her for sex and free housing, right? Now, let me be real. You're a Michael Jackson impersonator. Unless you're a Michael Jackson impersonator on Vegas, they don't pay a lot of money.
They're not a cash cow.
Yeah, they're a cash cow, you know what I mean? So,
and the agent. Agent. So,
my going Moonwalker. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Good night to you, Lee. Good night to you. Oh, man.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This is hilarious. Give me that, Deal.
Yeah,
But
you want
anyway, I was sorry. I was
Oh,
making
right,
the
right,
point
right.
that my guy, you're finding out. I don't know where you want to go back home. She's paying for everything. You're finding out now that you kind of overpaid. And that's something else that we can talk about later on. I don't want to go into that too much. So give me next one, Neil.
Don't scream.
My co-worker / lover gives off executive vibes. He is the one, much like Neil. He says he's not ready for a bonus family and that he wishes I didn't have 3 toddlers already. I've asked several family members to take my kids. Their dads are in jail, but no one will. What to do? Help. Hashtag SBC chat. Oh, Lord.
My coworker. I gotta read this again. I'm sorry. My coworker. No, you read it again. I think
Yeah,
you do it.
I shall.
You do it again. You read it again. Read it again.
My co-worker / lover gives off executive vibes. He is the one. Now, I think this lady might be meaning to say exclusive vibes, but I digress. He says he's not ready for a bonus family and that he wishes I didn't have 3 toddlers already. So you got small children, right? I've asked several family members to take my kids. Yeah, so just somebody come and get these because you got them out there for me.
Yeah.
Their dads are in jail. Dads, plural. She has 3 children. They're all small. Let's consider that. She got toddlers, right? No one will take her children, and she wants to know what to do. Somebody in the comment section, please tell this lady what to do. How about your formulating your answers? Let's hear from you, Neil. What your advice? What's your advice to this lady?
I think you need to settle your ass down. That's what I think you need to do.
Yeah, just
I think you need to. First things first. He is the one. Very well. She has 3 toddlers. Now, there, out of the 2 of us, I was more mathematically inclined, but I'm a scholar.
Right.
So I mean, like, I ain't out here solving equations and things on a chalkboard or bettering the world and human existence by my brilliant mathematical equations. But when you have 3 toddlers, it tells me that these are 3 children under the age of 3, right?
Yep.
For her to have 3 children under the age of 3, she either has to A, have triplets, B, has a twin and another child, or C, wild out the wazoo.
Well, the probability of triplets is significantly lower because she says dads, plural.
Good. Oh, well, yes, that is true. English language does make, yes. But, my girl, you got 3 children, right? 3 young children. You're trying to pass off your children to family members to appease a man that you believe is the one. He don't want no bonus family. So you trying to eject the children. You trying to abandon the children. Let's call a thing a thing. You're trying to abandon the children and hand them off to family members so you can live la vida loca with the man that you say is the one.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Right? But you know what? I'm not surprised. You know why I'm not surprised, Derek? She says it all in black and white. This woman, she and wife's decisions are mutually divorced, exclusive.
Correct.
There are nowhere near each other. They're
not even a friend suggestion.
Nah, they may even acquaintances from Facebook. You got children from men in jail. I mean, you don't know how to choose them. What makes you think that this man, the executive vibes you get in for this one, is the man?
He's the one,
right? I'd be second. Let's look at the bad decisions you've made. You've had 3 children from men that are in prison.
In fairly close succession.
In fairly close succession. I mean, you ain't got no passcode for your legs, right? Second, you meet a man that don't want children, and you're looking to pass off these children on somebody else. And on top of that, nowhere in there you say, well, I am known for my stellar mating choices. Let me pump brakes and see if this man really worth. No, the man say, I don't want the children, and you done with that. No, you're wild, man. You're wild. You're wild. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Wrong is wrong. And I think that what needs to happen, if I'm being quite honest, some of their children won't take away from you anyhow. Because you ain't got a good decision make. You know, so I could tell our mother, oh, but Neil, how can you judge her like that? Blah, 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 blah. Read that day again about 3 times and tell me if you will judge she as well. Anyhow. Good night, Philip. Good night. Good night. I show Steve ready. Steve, good night, man. Buji Vama, aka Stephen Wu. Lee is in the house. Miller, Marlon, just join the place. Fill up again, show you.
Oh, we are off to an auspicious start, I have to say. What's the next one we got there, Neil?
Number 2, question 2.
Yes. This one might be a little fuzzy.
Yeah, it is a little fuzzy,
But I think we can still see it, right? So here we go. I'm 60 and fine, and I've traveled to Jamaica to find love.
Dr.
Groove
Carey.
bagger.
Dr. Carey. Yeah, Dr. Carey.
Shout out Dr. Carey. I got the right thing for that here, so let me get the right thing here. So it's been 2 months. I've had a string of one-night stands and flings with men who sleep with tourists, but prefer to marry locally. I'm Baptist and dating with purpose, but I keep getting STDs and scammed. Advice.
Wait, pop. We got the right person for this here. We got the right person. Dr. Carey. Dr. Carey, come on. Turn on your mic, turn on your camera, man. Let me get this thing cracking. Go on. Let me.
Hi, guys.
Ah, boy. Yeah. Hold on.
Dr. Carey.
You come at your right time. Right time.
Ain't nothing like the right time.
Yeah,
right?
we come at the right time. Good night,
So
Dr. Carey out here.
you.
Shout the people. No, let's hello, good night. Let me welcome her. All right?
Hi, everybody. Hi, my fellow cabinet members. Sorry I'm late.
That's fine. You come at the right time. You heard Jamaica, right. You enter the chat. Let's go.
Yes, let's
right.
go there. Right. So let me go again. I'm 60 and fine, and I've traveled to Jamaica to find love. It's been 2 months. I've had a string of one-night stands and flings with men who sleep with tourists, but prefer to marry locally. I'm Baptist and dating with purpose, but I keep getting STDs and scammed. Advice, #SBC chat.
Says first, let me ask Dr. Carey up here. What going on in Jamaica? You got men that sleep with
get a groove back in Jamaica, man. Get a groove back.
Yeah. I think these rent address need to unionize and somehow get some sort of medical authentication or something. Yeah. You can't be out here with STDs. But let's unpack. She's 60 and fine. Respect. You travel to Jamaica to find love. Okay.
For you stay.
Well, it's been 2 months.
By the way, Dr. Carey Marlon is asking how is Zoe. You can feel free to.
But she know coming from a date with Zoe. She
come on special tonight. So
yeah, man. How's Zoe?
Hi, Marlon. I'm fine. I don't know how Zoe is.
Oh, you left the bar. You left the man speechless.
Oh Lord!
As we were just on Michael.
Peter.
Anyhow, to unpack this here, right? You're 60 and you're fine. You travel to Jamaica to find love. It's been 2 months. You've had a string of one-night stands and flings with men who sleep with tourists. I don't want to harp on that right now. That is a point, but I think we got to put it in context. It's like a puzzle, right? This woman said that these men preferred to marry locally, right? She is a Baptist and dating with purpose. How you did it with purpose? Are you having one-night stands with a string of men over the last 2 months and catching STDs? You did it with purpose, or are you pooping with purpose? You pooping with intent. What?
We're wild.
Yeah. Come, Dr. Carey, man. Talk. Speak on your country, man. What going on in Jamaica, man? Yeah. Where the travel brochure?
My country doesn't have anything to do with this. This lady is clearly, what you would say, Neil, conflating too many things, right? She's conflating quite a few things. Purpose and intent, right?
Yes.
Clearly. And of course, you cannot say that anybody's faith or religious system is strictly dictating how they then act in relationships. So that's a whole other side there. But you would think to yourself, if she says that if she keeps getting STDs, why is she not strapping up? Why is she not asking people to why you mean you keep getting STDs?
I don't understand what
I don't understand that.
Your food
I think it's quite self-explanatory.
You just keep butting up on things. I don't know.
What?
I assure was that you don't understand. The woman for 2 months and she catching things.
I don't
But that's the thing.
understand.
How do you catch STDs plural? In 2
Plural.
months.
Hey man, I don't know every STD out there. STI, I just know about the big ones, the tentpole ones. I don't know that life. I do not know the life she lives in.
Man.
Yeah, B.
She's a petri dish.
And you know what probably is happening? She probably has 1 or 2 STDs, but because of the type of STD she has, they keep coming back. It's a flare, right? So she thinks it's probably more. Lord, I can't.
I would say this, right? Let's let us. If you are going to date with purpose, and you're going to date with intent, you're
Right.
looking to marry and marry locally, right? A piece of advice. You ain't gonna listen to me. Who are we? But that sense from idiots, right? Try not to have a string of one-night stands with a bunch of men. And use condoms. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nobody ain't trying to police your love life and nothing but have condoms. And Tango Fox raises a great point. Your faith should have some influence on your behavior, don't you think?
Sure. It should have some influence, but
It
I use the word, it does not dictate. Your faith
Indeed.
doesn't dictate.
I think
Okay.
common sense should have influence on your behavior.
Common sense should have influence.
Let's start there. Anyhow, Neil, give me the next one we're cracking on because, 6 brown chicks,
Yeah.
they're perking, right?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
Ladies, I found a good man. He
Uh-oh.
cares for me, helps me out, and has welcomed my kids in his home.
Yeah, man.
At 3 a.m., his car alarm sounded. We caught my baby daddy stealing gas out of his car. He says, I can't be with someone who would have kids by a guy like that. Advice, #SBC chat. Now, you see the quizzical look on Dr. Kerry's face, so I'm going to read it one more time. Ladies, I found a good man. He cares for me, helps me out, and has welcomed my kids in his home. At 3 a.m., his car alarm sounded. We caught my baby daddy stealing gas out of his car. He says, I can't be with someone who would have kids by a guy like that. Advice.
Go on, Dr. Kerry.
Oh, you wanted to do.
No, I already got I formulated my response.
I actually don't blame this man. I agree with this man because what is we all know this. Our partners, our choice in partners are a reflection.
A direct reflection
of what you're going through at that time, as well as other decision-making capabilities that you have. So I don't blame this man because if you have somebody, or lack thereof, if you have somebody who is coming to my yard to take gas out of my car and at 3 a.m. in the morning, then what? He have no job and no discipline. Like what is going on? And so this is the person that you had these children by? Yeah, no, yeah.
But go ahead, Derek. Go ahead.
So what can we surmise from this particular situation? Baby daddy's broke. 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't put gas in his own car.
No,
2.
you cannot.
Baby daddy is also a criminal. Right?
Desperate, correct.
Right? Because let me be real. That's theft, right? But I've always heard that a thief is a potential murderer. Because you break in somebody's house or whatever, and accost you, they come in and find you and they accost you, that's an altercation.
Desperation.
And we don't know what can happen because, as you said, desperation, right?
Yep.
So now we see why the lady in the previous text was trying to give away 3 toddlers, right? Because she didn't want no association with them there. Yeah.
But hold on, here's my insight, right?
Yeah,
I disagree with both of y'all. I think the man is wrong for saying that he can't be with a woman that had a man like that before. Why? The proof is in the pudding. As my woman said, she found a good man. He cares for me, helps me out, and welcome my 3 kids not 3 kids, kids in the home, right? That mean that my man in it. He ain't doing no due diligence. He ain't doing a background check. You should have known, boss. You should have known. As Derek said, that man will wake up one morning and decide at 2:50, then let me get a rob some gas in somebody's car. That man is known. And that woman should have, like, if
Yeah.
And this goes to the point.
He got to find out us for real.
If you welcoming children and women in your house and you place and around you and that sort of thing, you have to know all the ins and outs of who the father or fathers of these children are and what her decisions were in the past. So this man is wrong.
So I agree.
This man is wrong.
I won't that far.
No, he wrong.
I agree with you on the the sexual due diligence inquiry. Right? I agree. He should have like the sex that you did to produce these children. We need to backtrack and talk about what's good. I get that. I do. But at the same time, because I have heard some interesting stories from women over the years, the things that women are capable of saying in a certain way to a man to make him feel like you ain't got to do no research. It's all gravy.
So
right?
wait, Dr. Carey, you are saying that this woman manipulated. You are assuming and presuming that this woman manipulated this man just so she could get it in. This is what? Well, you sound more misogynist than me, Derek. What? How can you make that assumption? How can you make that assumption that she manipulated the situation?
Didn't we say this last week? I'm sure we said this last week or the week before, that the way I talk to a man who's my friend versus a man who I am checking for, two different things.
Facts.
Two different things. And some women have crafted it to a T.
Crafted.
It's science. It's a science.
So no, it's no humanities. Arts and science now. We making things.
I really
But no, seriously, right? I in all seriousness, I do not feel good with you coming and saying that she may have manipulated the situation. I don't feel good because we don't know. We have no proof. The woman said that she got children. We don't know. So I cannot put up on the young lady. I feel the man wrong because fellas, if you can pick up a woman and her children, you gotta know who you're bringing in your house and your space. You gotta know who you're wagging to, right? Inclusive of the father or fathers of the children. So a man breaking in at your house at 3 o'clock in the morning to thief gas, you should say, that's my bad.
I
can't
expect it now.
Yeah. My bad. I didn't do my due diligence. You gotta go from in at me, but that's my fault. Lesson learned. That's all he say.
But he may be saying that, But the man may be saying, in retrospect, yeah, that was my bad, but I can't go you at my place.
Yeah, from in at me.
But it was my bad, but you still go left.
Yeah. I take this L, but
yeah. It's my organist, a Canny Drake's in the house. Big up Canny.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry says that man needs to protect himself and his assets. Probably a little late for that man already in your place. That is just drama from the start. Indeed, it is. Give me the last one from 6 Brown Chicks, Neil.
All right, you're on screen.
No, this question. I have a sensitive issue. I'm white. My wife of 6 years is white. The older my 4-year-old daughter gets, the darker she looks.
No.
My dad asked me, whose kid you raising? My wife says she drank coffee during her pregnancy and that boosted melanin. And this guy responds and he says, yeah, a big black coffee. I think they call it a BBC. We'll do that. We all know what the BBC really stands for, and it is not.
Hey man. Let's come on now, guys. We are throwing aspersions on people. We are throwing this around. I know y'all ain't implying that she cheated or anything like that, but the chairman got a bit of Lego.
Pause.
Reverse.
Hold on.
Sorry. You're right. Reeve the Lego. The chairman got Reeve the Lego.
Lord have mercy.
So Dr. Carey, you could come now and say that. You can say no. You can say no that this innocent woman of a 4-year-old daughter, this chaste and pure wife,
pure as a driven snow,
literally, because she white, and she.
If only your daughter was.
And the child is black.
Straight back, man. She's straight back.
Yeah. You get horror, boss. You gotta take that hard like a bar. You get that in a full jersey knock up. You get hard.
Yeah.
You get a good one.
This is an actual real situation that I am personally privy to.
But Dr. Carey, can't say word, man. Come on, no. Don't tell Porkies. Come on. Go ahead, Dr. Carey. The floor is yours. Speak.
I'm telling you these things Yeah, whatever else. These things are real. These things are absolutely real.
Women out here telling the husband, yeah, he drinks some coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Now we're getting on.
Drink
So,
coffee. Or it's a great uncle that I have that's in the back, in our family that is actually black. We just don't talk about it. All sorts.
So we got to dig up ancestry.com.
Yeah,
we got to do. Yeah, we got to do.
See who's straight back. Big up my man Dave Bradford in the house. Dave says if she get in dark, give us a cake. So, whoa.
Listen, but women out here really telling me that they drink coffee during pregnancy, and I had a little Sprite and cream soda.
Yeah.
I had tequila. Well, I understand. What?
Yeah. Or it's a genetic disorder.
I am sorry, right?
I randomly have a
fellas. Fellas, this is me, right? Anytime you have a woman, a wife, and she has your child, and you confront her with the color of your child, and she could come and tell you something ignorant, like she had coffee during pregnancy, you need to divorce her. Not because she may have cheated on you, but because she has insulted your intelligence so much that she could come and risk and tell you either she risking or she that stupid. Regardless, you need to get rid of she.
You need to get
for roll that. You need that. Just like how my woman a couple slides ago talk about slow family. This one here slow. And the daughter probably slow. You need to get from around that. Do it there.
Need do a favor, plug the show. Let me get some water because they got some reading to do with this next one, right? So,
all right, no problem.
Give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching the Senate podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do content for you several times a week. Right now, we are doing content Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Usually, we do Senate shorts, but due to scheduling conflicts, mainly mine, we have not been able to do any shorts of late. But I am aiming to get back on the horse, get back on the saddle, and get back to returning shorts to you 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll see how it goes, but usually the shorts are a bit more ridiculous, more insane, kind of like what we're doing now. They're rooted in truth, we hope, or, well, we don't hope that they're rooted in truth. They're absolutely ridiculous, and we love it. Anyhow, we have returned. There is back. And give us a like. Give us a like. When I'm watching, give me a like. That's all we have. And I'm money involved. Just a like. $3.99.
Jeez, I see Hugh in the house.
Yeah, shout out you. Kevin. Shout out my
Kevin. Yo, dog, in the house.
My Kevin. Yeah.
All right. So since we talk about coffee and horning and all that thing, let's get into this one. This one's a Reddit post. I saw my girl Melanie King doing a review on that. She did a hilarious reading of it. I won't do it that way. I'm just going to read it for you guys. She went into character and all that, but we're going to read it, break it down bit by bit, because this is one of them things, right? So, folks, let me know when we're on screen.
Yeah, you did.
I broke my marriage. Need advice on how to fix the damage, or is it completely destroyed? Might be a long pause. I'm a wreck right now and don't know what to do. Me, 40 female, and my husband, 39 male, married young, and were each other's first. We have been married for nearly 18 years. So she would have been married at 22. He at 21, correct?
Yeah, that math.
All right. We have 2 children, 19 and 18, and both of them have moved out and are living their life. So good on you. Got your children out of the house. Empty nesters. Yeah. Due to COVID, I lost my job in February. Now, let me take a pin. Because at 39 years old, my wife is 40, both my children out the house. I be in Zoom mode whole day, every day. We slanging wood. Just saying. But anyhow, I digress. Let me continue. Due to COVID, I lost my job in February and got a new one in August. During this time, my husband had to do more work so that his job must be secured. So he was more distant due to his job. In my new job, I developed a crush on one of the young guy, 25 male, and started feeling excited. Nothing was wrong in our marriage. Let me repeat that. Nothing was wrong in our marriage. And I still don't know why I had those feelings for that guy. I might be insecure in myself. No, darling, you're not insecure. This is what I referred to a couple of weeks ago when I talked about divorce porn. And Neil laughed. This is exactly it. You think you can divorce your husband and at 40 and get back with that younger guy who could bloat your back and everything can be good, because you're still young at 40, you're still young, hot to trot, everything rightish, tightish. You Come make it work, you know?
Listen, real quick, you ain't insecure, darling. We got say in the Caribbean, you're cravacious.
Yeah. Your belly bigger than sorry, your eyes bigger than your belly. Yeah. But let me read that again, just because I feel the need to drive this home. Nothing was wrong in our marriage. Here's looking at you, Tia Maury. And I still don't know why I had those feelings for that guy. I might be insecure in myself. I started arguing with my husband for no reason and blamed him for everything wrong. But that's kind of par for the course. I think he was kind of expecting that. That's what happens to men. We get blamed for everything. At that time, I thought of everything possible to be upset with my husband. As in our country, restrictions on COVID were removed in late August, so I started going out with my friends. I also started flirting with the young boy. He had asked for an open relationship and later open marriage for the same, wrong way. Sorry, my bad, Neil.
Probably not the wrong slide?
Wrong slide. We're going to do one starts last night.
Right, got it.
Nope, not that one either.
Oh.
Came in the wrong order.
All right.
So
we in mid-November?
Right. Early September.
Wait, we in early September? Wait, hold on. But are you still in mid-November? All right, let me go.
Right. In early September, I suggested open marriage to spice up our relationship. I told him that I wanted to have fun and suggested him to do the same. See, divorce porn. You could go back and still get it done, right? I told him that our 20s and 30s went by just looking upon kids, and now we should enjoy ourselves. Yes, we should enjoy ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stop this foolishness. Right? This open marriage to spice up a relationship. You know what spice up a relationship, anal? You know what spice up a relationship toys? You know what spice up a relationship costumes? Spice up a relationship is not say other people.
Role player.
Right? You understand? Like, use different voices during sex. I don't know, but you don't come and talk about let us see other people and you do the same. So because we spent all of our time building our family and our union and our lives together. So now it's time for us to have fun.
Yeah, this is the thing. I think you put in the hard work, you get the children now, and they're 39 and 40. So for me, Neil, like that kind of age, as I tell one of my wife is 40, children out the house, wanna know what happened here. We in zone mode.
I trying to fool like at 20. But here's another thing too, right? Also too, right? See this open marriage foolishness? Women just get vexed about horny, right? When a mother step out the relationship. This is what this is, But she trying to be above board and progressive and talk about open relationship. You just want horn?
You're not going to make it to the end of this short, my brother. Hang in there. You're not going to make it to the end. All right. So it continues. He was completely against it. He said that marriage is not a joke and is a special bond between two. At that time, I was having a different mindset and told him how he had to change with new lifestyle and how old-fashioned he is. He was still against it, so I started manipulating him. Shout out to you, Dr. Kerry. We talked about that manipulation only a few minutes ago, right? And threatened to divorce. He finally agreed to open our relationship.
All right, pause a minute.
You're not going to make it, Neil. You're not going to make it. I'm not
make it. Gentlemen, do not let no woman come and tell you, let's say open relationship, threesomes, or it is divorce. I will say, we'll bring the papers.
Here's the thing about that, right? Because it is so easy for women to get sex, asking for an open relationship is like nothing, right? So anytime, to Neil's point, anytime your wife come and tell you, yeah, I feel it's time for an open relationship, fellas, it's time to done.
It's true. And I will put it to you like this, because I got advice for women too. Anytime anybody come and ask you, I think we should have an open relationship, they got somebody somebody is in the wings. All they're waiting for us, as you always tell, they got that story with the boss saying, yeah, babe, we have this threesome. Yeah, man, you can be bothering with this threesome. So, or I get the car, get she.
Yeah.
Meaning that my mom was ready, right? So, anyhow, I swear that's the last one.
It's not gonna happen, but because there's more. Here we go. For the first month, I hooked up with that guy. I had several one-night stands. So she had that one fella and a whole slew of one-night stands. So she's not just sleeping with that one guy from work.
Right.
Right? Shoot, she may be the chick from, no, she's 40. The other woman from the Six Brown chick, she's 60. I went to Jamaica, was having all these one night stands.
This could be 20 years ago.
Yeah. Right?
Sorry.
Yeah. She says, my husband also started dating but never slept with anyone. All right. In October, I started realizing that most men never took care of my needs and pleasure.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know what she expected. But anyhow, well, she says, my husband was the only one who took care of my needs because he had equity. He was with you from 18 years old.
Exactly.
The man got the playbook.
The man know you. You might invest it.
Use the part saying he's Bill Belichick.
Yeah, anybody else that come into Lash and Dash. I'm sorry to tell you, darling, but that's where it is. Especially at 40.
Man, I can't with you. Are you pleasure?
You're an older girl that ought to have some fun. Yes, you're a fun girl. We can do that. Yeah, the idea of sleeping with other men was short-lived, and I stopped it. I started having sex with my husband again and felt great. We were still dating other people. He was dating his high school friend and also had several sexual encounters with her after a month of dating. I started feeling jealous because of him dating her and still sleeping with her.
Nearly all right. There's more. Wait, there's more.
Yeah, what do you mean?
We in mid-November.
We in mid-November. In mid-November, I suggested to once again close our marriage and be monogamous.
Wait. You do that? You can do that? You can do that? You say, well, let me open the margin, let me shut it.
Yeah. He was adamant that he would not do it.
There you go.
We had lots of fights. We argued a lot, but he didn't change his decision. He was still going over to her house and spending nights over there. This situation was like a torture to me. I had to spend nights alone in our marital home, on our marital bed, knowing that he was with other women, was with another woman and was entertaining her.
Man, pop the last day again. You see that word salad there? I had to spend nights alone in our marital home, on our marital bed. Oh, he was with another woman and was entertaining her.
Love should have brought you home.
Should have been with me.
Baby.
Don't break
by my side.
Don't conflict. They got nothing to do with Tony Braxton. She went playing. She went anyhow. I got the right analogy for that. Let me continue going. When you done, I got the right analogy for this.
On 28th November, I tried to commit suicide because, self-deletion, because the emotional trauma was exceeding its limits. I love it. The word salad, man. I was rushed to hospital by my husband, and this led him to change his decision. He now agreed to close our marriage again. I was a bit relieved. Anybody thinks that, this whole attempt at deletion of oneself was, that's a little bit of manipulation, as Dr. Kerry.
Exactly. What did I say?
Y'all can see the strings.
A couple times tonight.
You can see strings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you think that was just a little bit of manipulation, just put some ones in the chat. Let me know if you think.
She ain't try hard enough.
Yeah.
She ain't try hard enough.
No. She says, I thought we would recover pretty quickly from this phase of life, but hell, I was wrong. He still thought about her. He even bought her a gift for her birthday. He wanted to go to her house to give her the present, but I agreed to let him go to her house on the condition that I would be going with him. We arrived at her house. Her house was pretty big and looked really expensive. We arrived at the door and she opened the gate. But get this, folks. She took the gift and gave a hug to my husband in front of me. I got pissed and wanted to leave. She invited us for drinks, but I refused and we came back home. Now, outside chick is a real gangster.
Oh yeah, she G'd up.
Outside chick recognize, you is a goat, right? And you making a road for monkey to run fun. I am here to run on it.
Is the bigger mobby here?
Yep. That is exactly what is going on there, right?
You know why? You know why the outside chick is the bigger mobby? Because men tend to tell you pretty much exactly what's going on versus how what she as the wife probably told her side pieces and the foolishness of.
Listen. I promise you, right? I am going to tell you exactly what was told to the other parties. My man tell the woman, you could put Shmala. My wife said she wanted this open relationship, and she said she was unhappy in her marriage and things like that. Look, you could believe he would do that? I can't believe she would do that to you, this and that next. Versus, my husband, he boring you. He just ain't stirring the coffee here, man. Marriage get stale. So
well, there's that, or what again, I have heard them say, they've gotten to a point in their marriage where they want to rediscover themselves. And I need help rediscovering myself sexually.
No. We call that evolution here.
You can call it what you want. I am telling you.
No. That's what Tia Murray got
what is said.
Yeah, Tia Murray said she evolved. She
graduated.
My bad. That's my fault. She graduated with honors apparently from her with distinction from her lasting mark. Anyhow, read the rest of this. I tell you, say let me keep reading.
Last night.
Ooh, big show.
Big When we were having sex and he was just about to climax, he finished off while saying her name.
Say my name.
God damn. Oh God, Jesus.
You see how she sets up herself? This is how women set up themselves.
It burns us. How men set up themselves?
No, women set up themselves.
Women.
Oh my God,
she begged for this.
Yeah.
I was pissed about it. I felt humiliated and was angry that he was thinking about her during sex. Also, he was also sorry for this, but said that he was still confused regarding her. He ended up sleeping on the couch. This morning, believe it. This morning, he said he cannot live like this. He wanted some space from me and that he would be moving out for some days to clear his mind. I agreed to it because I had no other option. Well, he didn't have an option with his open marriage thing. He was threatening him out with divorce and all that. So what goes around comes around. In the afternoon, my friend sent me a pic of him at her house. She lives nearby and saw him at her door. See where this thing is. Here we have a wide selection of cap. Folks, this woman was at that man, was driving past that woman place, stalking. I take a picture.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't got a friend that live out there. How this man dated this woman for a month? And your friend never see?
All of a sudden, no.
But all of a sudden, since you went to the house to drop off the gift, all of a sudden your friend seeing this, your friend lived there, but I can see this man going there.
Unless your friend is Magnum PI, that don't make sense.
I smell cat. Here they come. Man, we see you, right? He answered. She still lives nearby and saw him at her door. I was devastated and called him. He answered and told me that we were on a break. Ross Rachel. So we could see other people. It's been 5 hours and I am a wreck now. He's not able to forget her and it's ruining our relationship.
All right, that's it. I don't want to hear no more. Nah, we done. That done.
No. You gotta see rest of this. I know that I already destroyed most of the marriage, but now I am going to do anything to fix it. I have written everything unbiasedly. That's not really spelling, but okay, I get you. So that you can give me some advice. I literally don't know what I am writing and seeking from writing here, but I cannot share this with our children. I have realized how much he loved me unconditionally, and I don't want to throw away our 20 years together. Any advice on how to make him change his decision? Now, somebody in the comment section said this. I had asked for an open relationship. and later open marriage for the same reason you did: selfishness, the ability to have more sex without having to go through the motions of respecting your spouse. Yeah, I'm not married to that person anymore. I done effed up, and so did you. You don't get to open a box, grab the gift inside, and then slam the lid back down before your husband can get his gift out and enjoy it. It's not fair to assume that since you are done exploring, then so is he. You haven't learned a damn thing. How do you repair it? You let it go. You can't control him. Prove that you have the ability to think about what's best for him and let him do what he wants without you. Take this as a time to grow and understand something very important: the feelings of other people. Amen and amen.
Hallelujah. Right? I don't know if y'all remember, Dr. Kerry, remember some months ago, we had done a short where a man went to a city council meeting and he got up there and he said he can't believe that the casinos in Vegas just ply you with drinks, put the ATMs close to you, and make you spend all of your money. I know you brag and you can't do nothing about it. Now, that man was being facetious. That was tongue in cheek. That was not real. I really hope that this is of the same type of content, because when I see somebody said it about Jackass Olympics. No, we have a much more apt saying. And you play country games, you win country prizes. And this woman come first in the country Olympics. First. Right? She set a record, because I don't know why you would. All right. Again, this free game. Anytime your partner comes to you and say they want to have an open marriage or open relationship, they want to keep you, but they got somebody in the wings. They got somebody to sub in, right? And they just
Double dutching.
Yeah, they just want double dutch, right? And they just want to be able to do. It's like you kind of saving. You
have your cake and eat it too.
Right?
But you on the shelf. Do my thing. I come back.
I'll come back. Right. No, you went. And you was expecting a grand old time at the opera, right? You was gonna go get blown out, and you was like, cheese on bread. I live in my best life, right? I got a man to provide for me, a man to protect me, a problem solving me, and procreation covered by multiple other different men, right? So a life, you envision a life on easy street, but you realize 20 years and 20 days, and this man, after 18 to 20 years of learning your body and ups and downs of life, and because it's not just physical, no, physical is a huge component of it, but raising children and bonding life and going through the ups and downs of life and everything like that, and hearing the person that you've gone through all of these difficulties just whisper in your ear, I love you. Even that alone could get you halfway there to the end, to the climax. But no, right? You forget all of that. You just want to get you blackballed. You get you back blown out by several different men. Especially a young man, 25 years old. Cause you got it like that. I know. You sit here. I mean, I don't eat streets, but the streets ain't popping. So we try to get back home before reaching over. Now you get caught up there. Because you set the terms, Here's the thing. You manipulated the man into terms. So you have set the terms and said, we should date other people. You should have told him, I want to date other people.
Yeah,
You stop there, though. So my man went home and date other people. And my man, he really found solace, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, in another woman. And you upset. Let me ask you a question. What if, two questions here to the panel, right? One, if a man comes to a woman and say, here, Chun, we should have an open marriage. I feel we should spice it up. We should do things and whatever. A woman be like, divorce. You talking mess, divorce. That's number one. Number two, right? If you had gone out there, you had fallen in love with another person. Essentially, this is what happened to this man. This man has bonded with this other person. If you had gone out and bonded with that 25-year-old and said, you know what, this man is the one, much like Neo or Jet Li, right? You would be coming home telling this man, divorce. Because you know what's going to... Right. So you, my girl, you want advice? Seek the Lord. Seek therapy. Seek a divorce lawyer. But you should get from around that man. You love that man. You care about that man. 20 years means saying to you and the children and the memories and everything. Walk away from that man, because you are a blight on that man's life. And this is a problem a lot of women have. A lot of women just get up in age, right? And still look good. Hey, man, technology is a hell of a thing. We live in an age where everybody look good.
Divorce porn.
I'm telling you, everybody look good in the 40. Look at Dr. Carey. Dr. Carey 40, she look good as ass. Right? But the problem is that you are your own worst enemy because you look good still. Everything right tight and up in the air. And you feel you could, I heard it today in a podcast, you could date daddy and son. You could date granddaddy, son, father. You could date everybody in the family. Every man in the family you could date, right? You got it like that. And you are putting a lot of stock into your value, your perceived value. But when you get on the street and you really see what's going on in the marketplace, you messing out there, you call him for a Bentley, but that ain't worth a Fronty. You know what I'm saying? That ain't worth a Fiat. You wasting time. That we ain't dealing with that price, right? You know, one slink back home to see if the dealership can still accept you Bentley. Nah, it don't work so. It don't work so. People, like, we taught these things, right? And I guarantee you the streets will not love you like your partner will. The streets ain't gonna... You take Tanya Stevens to sing that song? You think that was just a happenstance song?
Need to do that.
They ain't gonna love you
Need
like
to
your
know
partner.
that. You need to know that.
You need to know that.
So you got a good man or a good woman with you, right? Let's be honest, it's usually women. But anyhow, you got a good partner home, right? You got a good partner home, right? This man treat you good. How many times we hear this? The man treat you good, the man treat you right, the man's you emotional rock, the man does rock your world, the man support you, everything like that. And then all of a sudden you decide, I could do better than this year. 20 years, 2 children, I could do better than this year. I got it like that. Yeah, we see you problem, we see you with goggles. You and the other patrons say it. Jada. Right?
See you.
Right? So you go in the streets now, you step out in the streets, you say, is a hot stepper. I out here the food. And so now you're going with 20, you're going with 25-year-olds, the 25-year-olds only looking to lash and dash, but you're looking for something meaningful. You're going with the older, richer men, and they may only looking to lash and dash you, or really try to tell you, yeah, what you and your husband was going through for the last 20 years ain't got nothing to do with me. Fall in line and shut up. You don't want the man controlling you. So now you want what's familiar. You want to come back home and come off the drugs. Dr. Carey, you know that song, but that's a big tune out there in Barbados, right? Right? I can say you that video, right? Big tune, right? But you walk out home now and come off the drugs. And vex know that this man ain't want to reciprocate and take you on. You vex that this man want to carry a gift to this woman. You vex though that this man call up this woman name is sex. You got to take that L. You got to embrace that L. You got to adopt it, hug it. You got to raise it, nurture it, water it, feed it. That L is yours. That ain't a lowercase L. That's a capital L. Because you done messed up.
Let me hear you, Dr. Carey.
So here's what I believe, and again, given the conversation circles I have been in,
I want to know the circles he was running, man. Where
right,
was
with women,
you got
women in
top
the
you.
Her intention, I believe, based on how she's written it and based on the conversations I've heard in different circles, her intention was to rekindle her youth, right? Let's see if I still have it.
I keep telling you.
Right? Let's see if I still have it. And in the meantime, and while I'm checking that out, let me also check out who can rock my boat in a certain way that I may not have experienced because I've been 20 years in this marriage. Sex ain't changed, right? It's not changed.
It's the same sex from since Caligula times.
What she did not clock was the fact that her husband could have had, which he did, an emotional experience. She wasn't accounting for that.
Yeah, that was
right? Because her assumption was he just wants to go and lash and dash too. And here's my opportunity to do that for myself, and I'm giving it to him as well. And then we'll all be fine. Hardly ever, I shouldn't say never, hardly ever does one or the other account for true emotional bonding to occur, because you think you're just doing it for the fun of it, and so your partner will also just do it for the fun. No. What you done is open up that big ass Pandora box, and now this man is investigating other things that he had that probably were dormant all these years, because he's responsible to his family, he's responsible to you, and his role, all of those things, and now you done gone and messed up, right? And giving him opportunity to rekindle other things that he may have been questioning himself. So they hardly ever. I think women who put themselves in these positions hardly ever account for the emotional vulnerabilities that their male partners are actually wishing to express, right? That he may not have been expressing to the fullest extent in the marriage, because there's so much familiarity around certain things and so much expectations already put, that were he to now in the 21st or 22nd year of the marriage really show up more vulnerable, she would have probably been like, what the hell is this? You know, what kind of midlife crisis are you going through? Type of, it becomes these other discussions. But yeah, unfortunately, I mean, to me, I think it serves her right. It really does. She didn't account. She didn't account, and that's her bad. Disrespectful.
That's hers. I would say.
I think she underestimated a couple things. I think she underestimated his ability to attract someone.
Absolutely.
And two, I think she underestimated the kind of man that he is.
Absolutely.
He is not a lash and dash man.
Correct.
No.
Because from 18, 19, they were together. He's been with her all that time. She said they had no problems. He was committed to her. When she went out and started hitting and quitting all over the place, she said
holding firm
that he was dating one person, this lady,
and it was
exactly, it was a sexual, and it happens to be somebody from his past,
high school, right?
In a random meter.
Yeah,
right. Which shows
the emotional connection that you were talking about.
That man was That man was in for
that man. They reconnected, and that was the rekindling that she had not anticipated. So now everything it fresh. 1, 2, it familiar. So that's a bad combination for her, because it's like, shoot, this is my ex or whatever. Let me say, it may not be an ex, but we know each other from before. We familiar with each other. And it fresh and new too. We could vibe, we could talk. And as Neil said, it's like a case where, you know, and you said it as well. He going to say, well, look, this is a situation I hear in this open marriage with my wife that I really don't want to be in. And the ex is like, look at there. Put your head on my shoulder. Put your head on my shoulder. You want a cup of tea?
Listen, women, and this is what I don't think, and I say it consistently here, and I know maybe some of my fellow women in cabinet probably hate me for saying it, but uno have these girlfriends who do this, who do this twisting and manipulation of men.
Yep.
Because socially, you are brought up in a certain way, not necessarily by your parents. Don't get me wrong on this. It's not necessarily taught by your parents how to maneuver around men to get your way. It's your observation of people in your community that you say, oh, she wear that or she said that and she get that from that kind of guy. I need to do that too. Especially if you do not have strong role models to clock you over your head and say, stop the foolishness. Stop acting like a bait. Right? And so we learn these things, and you have to learn to control these things, because it becomes abusive. What she did was utter abuse. This is abuse, right? And it's also insulting, I think, too.
Oh, yeah,
because
sure.
For her to make these kind of stipulations, just like one of the person in the comments said that you were disrespectful or you're rude. It's true, right? Because you never took into account, you never asked this man, is this something you want to explore?
It was all about what she wanted. It was all about
what she wanted. And she shot herself in the foot, right? And I so many circumstances are very that lend to this type of disruption in a marriage often start from a one-sided perspective. It's generally one person that says, I'm unhappy, and here's what we are going to do because I am unhappy. Thinking that is now being inclusive. Right?
And it's not only that, I agree with you, and it's not only that you're saying this is what we're going to do, because there's a difference between saying, okay, Dr. Carey, I am unhappy, so we are going to go to counseling, versus I am a happy, so we
Let me
are gonna have an open. Yeah, let me
Right.
have an open relationship. So there's a
Right.
difference there. So
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
stop playing yourselves, women. That's all I can say.
And when you set it up in that way, and this is where the catch is, because she completely misread who she was married to. Clearly, she never knew who she was married to all this time.
I disagree. I think she knew exactly who she was married to, but she was tired of that.
To say
She was tired of
that,
that.
meaning she didn't understand. I don't think she understand and valued his authenticity in his capability of being that vulnerable. Because I bet you what he said to the girl who he actually really bonded with is, here is what my wife wanted to explore.
Oh yeah.
And because I love her, I
will
went
facilitate
ahead
that.
with it. What that is now reading to me as a woman hearing that is, bet.
Your wife don't love you.
Game on. Your wife don't fucking love you.
Not only that, but you are. But hold on, not only that, but that boasted that man's resume because you are such a keeper. Can you imagine? What kind of part? Listen, you can imagine a woman come and tell me, you know, my husband say he want open relationship. I wasn't good with it. I ain't comfortable with it, but I love him. I want him to be happy, so I would do anything to make him happy. For sure, if that woman come up, that woman is a keeper.
That woman, the outside woman knows.
She know exactly what time it
I
is.
just gotta get this man to get over his original investment with this woman. And if he try to go for saying, hey, them 20 years gone. Yeah, them 20 years gone. So I know it, because let me be real. Because she's the body that we ain't factoring in this whole thing, right? We're talking about her, the wife, and estimating the husband, and the husband emotional turmoil and all that. But let me consider the outside chick.
Yes.
Outside chick play this like a boss.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And we're rushing into the sex. Let me bond first.
Let's take our time.
Let's have an emotional connection.
And not only that too, there, I want to respect your covenant of marriage.
Correct.
I am only gonna cross that boundary when you are ready. Oh my God, master class here, master class.
Wifey that by the house.
Yeah.
And it just take me to just nudge you. I ain't gonna drag you. Again, I gonna bring you to the water and I can left you water there for you. When you're ready, you have a drink.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Married men are the easiest.
Oh, but I thought he thinks Dr. Kerry. Oh, Lord.
Married men are the easiest for women like the matey. Mateys love married men because there is always something that she can harp on, that she can connect to, that he's not getting validated for in the home.
In the relationship.
So is it he's not getting validation for his job? He's not getting validation for his physical looks. He's not getting validation for his emotional maturity, or something, and they latch on to that and they run with it. Same, likewise, even if he's not a married man, but a man who is in a committed relationship, right? A side chick, an outside girl will listen for this because she's like, well, he really seems so invested with this person. That means to me, he's one, vulnerable right now. Two, he's a really good person because he's so concerned about his role with that person and da-da-da-da-da. Let me just play this a little longer. Yep. I'm telling you.
But hold on a minute.
So now you have a case where the outside chick is seeing and appreciating these qualities that are being taken for granted.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Between two of y'all dips doing here. The outside woman manipulating him too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, I already told you that's our playing field.
No. But hold on. I want to say it again. I just want it said again. That's all.
That's what we do as women. We're wired to listen for certain things because remember, fundamentally society says we are the nurturers. So we are wired to function in a particular way when we see and hear certain things going on, regardless of who we're seeing it and hearing it from. Right? So, and that is where we get tripped up. This is when it becomes messy, because had you really listened to what the person is saying and really can keep yourself in check and be like, all right, you know what? He married or he's in this serious committed relationship. And right now they're going through this rough patch, and let me just ease up and just be kind and compassionate and listen. then fine. Most of these breakups wouldn't happen, right? But no, instead, we tap into this kind of primordial side of things. And like, you know what? I gonna get this.
I can play the long game.
This is me. This is me. But listen, though, I also want to say, because something I want to mention too, right? Because I think the wife saying that she wanted an open relationship, she may have wanted not only stimulation and excitement, but also validation as well. I think it's very important because you did mention that the man was not being validated in his marriage. I think it is important to recognize that you're not being validated in your relationship or marriage, and to communicate that with your partner to get that validation from them before you go and suggest something outlandish like a open relationship, right? Because if she had recognized, like, look, the marriage gone a little stale, let us seek counseling, or let's try to, let me communicate with this man that I am not happy and I don't feel validated because we're in a rut. Because, let's be honest, right? 20 years in 20 days, you get in a rut. And every day you can say, baby, you're beautiful, right? You know what I mean? That's just life. Like, just like anybody else, you can just, I don't want to take it for granted, but it's like you can kind of, you get
it's getting a routine.
Yeah.
Right? Into a routine.
So let just be cognizant, ladies, especially ladies, because this is something that I see more and more. Just please, before you act irrationally and go and decide what course you want to go, and you carry the plane or the ship to a course that you can't come back from. Run aground. Before you do that, please just take a moment, think of healthy, positive ways for the relationship, not you, the relationship, to kind of get back on track and on course. Because the first thing can't be, let me have an open relationship.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, it's a case where, all right, find a solution that is best for both parties. Consider the other person's feelings. Because you might got the option. Because she see the 25-year-old and she's like, yeah, there's a here for me. I want a piece of this. So let me find the best and easiest way to get what I want from this guy.
Right to the ego too. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest.
This is strictly ego driven.
Men and women, right? We are all of over a certain age. Right now we married, and a 25-year-old, man, you're looking good today, Derek. Dr. Carey Match. I hope your husband hitting it. I'll make you feel good, like how we would make you feel good. You're gonna be like, shit, god damn it.
Right.
I got it like that.
I still got it. The old boy still got it.
But then you feed into that ego now to say, not only do I have it, but I want to explore it. That's different. You know what I mean?
That is different.
That's different.
That's very different. Because had you taken, so if I were married and somebody said that to me, my thing would be, thank you. Take that home. And that's how you spice up your marriage. Say, baby, at the grocery store, a 20-year-old told me, say, I looking good. You haven't told me that lately, so you need to
I come home and still listen to me, right? You boy here looking fresh to death. A 20-year-old no holler at me, right? You better do this here. You come. You better take on the old boy. Yeah. Old boy still kicking here.
Yeah. So go listen. If in the bottle, folks, it is 18 minutes past the hour of 9 in Barbados and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. You are watching the Senate podcast. This is episode 178. This is fan submission night. Yeah, 178. We're still cranking. Yeah, that's right. We're still cranking. We're still pushing. We're still going forward. Good night to you, Kevin Manning in the house.
Hello, Kevin, man.
I see a couple of comments here. Tango Fox says this sounds like the one where the man was mourning for the death of his outside woman. That's an old school one there.
That's an old school one. Yeah. That's
an old school one there. Yeah, we are 458 subscribers, folks. Hit the like button. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well so that you don't miss any of the content we got coming your way. We haven't done the shorts for a while, but we got some loading, and you're going to get those. And to assuage your thirst for shorts, we brought them here on the live stream, and we do them every now and again. You will get a fan submission. Like, plus, I need to clear my phone. My phone started again all funny this morning. So
about for freezing.
Yeah, it started a freezing thing.
So that's the hardest working for the Barbados.
I had to kind of get a little clearer of some of this stuff.
But what's impressive? What's impressive to me though? It is impressive that we do shorts, right? 3 times a week. And you are here bringing a plethora of content and just throwing it away. This is just Like
That's
you might
kind of
got
true.
content, you might got content to spare. You feel like if we was to record shorts after they say that we gonna do dry? Nah.
That nah gonna happen, right?
Never
That
happen when
never
you
go
listen.
happen.
So it's kind of like the when you were watching Bad Boys 2, when Tapia, the villain, he had money all in the attic and all kind of, and the rats just eating the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, "This is a stupid problem to have." This is exactly that kind of situation. You got money, rats can just eat it. We got content, we can just throw it away. But yeah, folks, 20 minutes past the hour of 9 in Barbados, the rest of Eastern Caribbean. Hit the like button, get the likes up for us. We appreciate it so very much. Again, this is episode 178 of the Senate Podcast. This is fan submission night. So we are going to press on. We got some videos coming at you guys now. So let's load them up. Let's get the first one.
This is a lady with long braids.
Yes, let's get her on screen.
I just letting you know, Dr. Carey, because I sent it to her, but I didn't know if she was saying. But yeah, it's a lady. She got long, right? You got it? All right, cool.
Some long blonde braids. We're going to put her on screen and let's hear what she has to say about this. This is an interesting phenomenon. So let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
So, you guys, I'm 31 years old and I never had a boyfriend until now. I just got asked to be someone's girlfriend like 2 weeks ago. But I used to be super embarrassed by that because it's like, how are you this big age and never had a boyfriend? I had a lot of situationships. I know, ghetto, but that's what it was. Am I the only one that's been like this? Let me know.
Yeah. Wait, that's it? Because
yeah, that's it. I think that is more common a phenomenon that we would like to admit.
Yeah, it's more common because everybody wants experiences. No, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to have fun and frivolity under the guise of dating. You understand what I mean? So it is easy because nobody want accountability. Commitment is accountability. You know what I mean? So
obligation and responsibility.
Nobody want none of so. Nobody want none of that. Everybody want love. I want to have sex. I want to get vexed when the man don't buy me a birthday present, and I want to feel good about myself. But at the end of the day, because there's an obligation to having a partner.
Yep.
Sorry to tell you, but you got kind of answer to your partner.
To somebody.
Yeah.
There's a duty. I wouldn't say obligation. I say there is a duty and responsibility when you partner with somebody.
Oh, sure.
The lack of accountability is serious. People are out here willing. Well, you see it in the 60-year-old but you're going to Jamaica doing all sorts of foolishness because you're not wanting to hold yourself accountable. But then you get to a point when you realize, well, damn, I'm feeling alone.
What the hell
so
are you
alone.
waiting
Or
for?
I need to partner with somebody now because I need help. As you guys always say, I need help.
Need a bill paid.
Right? But had you been responsible and accountable all this time and been dating with intent, then it wouldn't necessarily lead to this kind of foolishness right here.
Listen, the people don't want to stress Dr. Carey thought obligation and duty and responsibility.
It is more stressful for being out here and acting like so, just slanging and wandanging all these people. It's a lot more stressful than dealing with one person and being responsible and accountable in that one space.
People want to do what they want to do, and sex feels good, especially if you're a woman because you have the power.
Apparently, it didn't feel good for that woman a while ago because she got tired of the 20 years of it. Apparently, wasn't feeling good.
She was an idiot, but to me, this is quite on brand. This is quite on brand for people in 2022, right? Like people don't want all of that construct and responsibility, and
they want the facade of a relationship.
They
feel good facade of a relationship.
Like me out, buy me Birkin bags and blow up my back, but still don't ask me the questions. They don't want the expect nothing from me, right? When you got a partner, there's an expectation and an obligation, a duty. Especially if you're going with the intent to take it to the next level. You're chomping at the bit there, Derek.
Yeah. Life is funny, right? And I say it all the time. There's more science in this thing than we want to admit or acknowledge, right?
Yeah.
And in other spaces in the content that I watch, because I do a lot of research, soaking a lot of content. to prepare for these shows, right?
Just heard about slums of Shaolin. You must be in slumsy streets, man.
Correct. In the streets.
Streets, yeah, the streets.
Right? And one thing you always hear about is the epiphany phase.
Oh, right? Yes.
Where around 30, a woman is like, you know what? I need to stop wailing.
Yeah.
And settle down.
In the streets.
I need to be in the streets. Yeah. And they find the best possible man with whom they can settle down and build a family, that kind of thing. Right? The epiphany phase around 30. She said she's how old? 31. Now, the challenge with the epiphany phase is that 10 years thereafter, we brought into what we've been talking about all night, the divorce porn. Where it's like, hey, I am still young enough and hot to trot enough that I can reach back into my 20s and find a fella that look or resemble a fella from back in my 20s, and I could get with heat and still show that I got it. So,
ego.
Around 30, you want to settle down, but then, yeah, around 40, you get restless. You say, you know, I know this here.
Yeah, it's time for me to get out. Retire, Jordan.
No, here's this. You doubt me? Ask me. Tia Mowry. She's 44 years old. Mm-hmm. She and Corey Hardrick got married when she was how old? 30.
Oh.
30. Divorced here the other day, right? Mm-hmm. She still feels she hot enough, right? Mm-hmm. Megan Good got married to Devon Franklin at 30. Got divorced at 40. Buying on schedule.
Yep.
So what happened for those of us who not following that schedule? What was it to me?
I know what to tell you, Dr. Kerry. I know what to tell you. Yeah? So, fellas, if you got a lady next to you that you married at 30, and you see that she's 39, 40, just get you a say, look here, no, and tell you straight. No ignorance.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the Set It podcast is not responsible for any contention or breakup in your relationship or marriage here. Yeah. That me stop that there. I tell you, we got a legal department.
Right. If you see that you must get on funny, let's get you a look here, so I'm touching the ignorance here now, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot more science in this thing that we like to realize, right? And this chick she's on course, 31. She finally got a boyfriend, and she spent the 20s enjoying life, living life. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But as you guys are saying, you gotta kind of find some way to say, you know, all the things you want can be better if you got one person that you're sharing it with. Yeah, you don't want to be out here so just losing about yourself, man or woman.
Yeah, you want to be wailing.
Yeah, man or woman. You don't want to be out here just knocking about wailing in these streets. I see my man Kevin. Shout out Kevin Ali. They came to our show. Mm-hmm. They came to our show last Friday.
Yeah.
And it was a joy to see the two of them that they hug up down in the corner, you know, enjoying it, kicking it. It was good to see that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I like to believe he had a hand in that somehow. That may be ego too, but
yeah, get the eye, right? But it's good to see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But not that you cutting here and cutting there, and you know, trying to get what you could get from this body here, and that ain't life. Because and I told you guys on Tuesday, I was watching some content last Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday gone, and this woman, she called into Kendra G. She's about 60-something years old. And she said, at this point in her life, when Kendra G asked her, does the person have to make a certain amount of money? She said, nah. Because at this point, shoot, the money is the least of my concerns. Yep. You just want to be with somebody that, you know, you could be comfortable with and be happy with, share life with. That's what it really about. So when you spend your life kind of just knocking about the place, and then they say that 40 you want to divorce a man or whatever, you want to get out of the relationship because you're feeling a little bit restless. That's a recipe for disaster. Mm-hmm. I told you on Tuesday, fellas, and I'm gonna extend it to the ladies. If you're in a good relationship, please consolidate it, because they're not out here in these streets for you folks.
And And then nothing like a perfect situation here. That's all I can tell you. Like, and there are no perfect relationships. They're no perfect person. You ain't gonna get everything in one person. What you gotta do is kind of shift around your list, like shift around your expectations and your desires.
Yeah, but not if it's a deal breaker. But anyhow, Neil, we got more. Let's press on.
Yes,
get
we have some more.
We got Kendra G out there. Let's get that.
Oh, break, man. Let me get it. You ready, Dr. Carey? Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Are you still single? Still single.
Oh.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because I come with this clause now. You're going to be my last love or my first homicide. And I tell him, cheat on me, I'm going to put a pillow over your face because I'm not playing these games.
Have you ever been married?
Twice.
All right. So
one I'm a crackhead, and the other one cheated on me with his high school sweetheart. So I left his dusty ass. He shot at me all over the city. Remember I told you about that? Because I got to divorce him. And now he married to her. If you can't take care of yourself, baby, don't date outside your league. If you working at Foot Locker, you need a girlfriend who making less money than you. So she needs to be working at McDonald's. Because if you try to date me and you dating outside your league, because I'm going to ask you to buy me some Gucci shoes, and they going to be starting at $1,500. And if you ain't got a credit card, then you can't mess with me because you ain't got $1,500 in your pocket unless you're a drug dealer and you keep that to yourself. You can be a drug dealer. You go to jail, don't call me because I'm not putting no money on not a damn thing. Shit, right about now, the girls that's doing love at the lockup doing better than me. I need to start looking for an inmate. Inmates buying BMW trucks and shit. Man, whatever. I guess you can find love anywhere. I told my son, look around in that prison and see who in there got some money.
There's so much to unpack.
There's got times, right? It's just. You know, Dr. Carey, I got your energy. I ain't got it with this one.
I don't know.
like.
You gonna be her last love or her first homicide?
First homicide.
Girlfriend ain't taking that bad up no more.
What I would say is this, right? I hope that what she is saying is tongue in cheek. She's just doing this for a laugh. But I feel there's a little sprinkle of truth in there, right?
Sprinkle?
She has shown
the
that
whole of truth in there.
She has shown she is incapable of making solid decisions when it comes to men. I find it interesting to say, I told my son that you gotta find one of them. You gotta find one of them.
In prison, right? They have money in prison.
But no,
so her son is in prison.
Right,
so
her son is in prison.
prison.
I hope the man's a prison officer and not
a warden or something.
Yes, there. I know.
Lord mercy.
I just don't like. Honestly speaking, right?
I love it.
At some point, right? At some point, I understand. Be desperate for people. We don't want to be alone, right? And we want to stave off that feeling of being lonely and not being validated by someone else, right? Whatever flavor you like. You want somebody to take you on, as we say here in Barbados, right? But we cannot be that desperate and that traumatized. To me, if I am saying the statement that the next person I fought can either be my last love or my first deletion, I gotta get to a therapist. I gotta seek counsel with him. I gotta see a pastor. I gotta talk with him.
Her spirit is broken.
Broken.
That is a broken woman right there.
Like what? I just feel.
Here's the thing, Neil, because people will say, "Oh, this is what man is do to you. Man is burnt you down like a fraction," right? I remember a lady, a good friend of ours, who famously said one time that bad doggy brings it down, right?
Bad doggy do what?
Bad doggy brings it down, right?
Oh.
Make it look old and that kind of thing, right?
Oh.
And the ladies, you can vouch for that if you care to. Ladies, put some ones in the chat if that is indeed a fact that bad doggies bring it down, right? But at some point, you've got to kind of look at yourself.
I can be bad like
life.
You know what's funny? None of the women in this shot, inclusive of Dr. Kerry, look at all.
Well. All right, Kevin, we see you. Go forward, Kevin. Go forward, Kev. But yeah, at some point you gotta look at yourself and say, you know what am I putting out into the atmosphere that I am going to attract a man that's going to cheat on me with his high school girlfriend, and he's a better man of the two men that I married because the other guy is a crackhead. I know I'm raising a son who is actually in prison. And I'm trying to get my son to recruit a man for me.
Oh, who's the father? Who's the father? We taking back so if it's a crackhead or the harder man.
You know, but here's the thing. The harder man is married to the woman. So much like our friend from earlier tonight, she clearly underestimated the fact about what get Roshi.
Yeah.
He bought a relationship. He moved on and got with that woman. Right? Now, folks, please consider Kendra G show is a dating show. It's called Singles on IG Live. She called in, right? And if we muted that exchange, Neil, and watched her on screen, you would swear she was a boxer preparing for a heavyweight fight. She looked so
contentious. She looked like
that's the word they're gonna use.
If you're looking for a contentious, you want to know a contentious woman? Watch that video again.
Yeah. Sure. You know what I mean? And this is a dating show. A show you want somebody to say, you know what? Let me ask you out. But that's how you come on screen.
You know, can I add something here? So recently, as of last week, a friend of mine suggested I go ahead and get on 2 dating apps. And so I downloaded them and I'm sitting here looking at these profiles, and there is something to be said about how, and you guys say this all the time, how you present yourself. Because if your intention is to date to then lead to marriage, there is a certain presentation that I would think you put forward in order to accomplish that versus how you would present to just have a one-night stand or, you know, just chill with somebody, right? Am I wrong in this?
Oh yes. Let your actions lead to your destination, your goals, whatever you want to call it. You got a match.
So I'm not being judgmental.
No.
Because the way that these men are presenting themselves on these dating apps.
Wait. What did it ask you on?
Don't worry about what I'm on.
No. Because it depends on what the man presenting. Because the man might not present it to date.
No. I'm not on no Tinder. No.
Slang your wood, man.
I just asked the question, man.
You hear the slang question?
No.
Don't butt up a zone now. Don't tell me that.
So so when you say that about her, it makes me wonder about whether or not people are really in tune with how they are presenting. Because I agree with you. If I was a man looking at her, there is no way that I'd be like, yo, Kendra, hook me up with her. Like right now. Right? Now, if I were, to your point, someone looking to fill a spot for a female boxer, I'd be like, bet, call her right now. She can sub in.
You want somebody to fight Ronda Rousey?
Right, we need a fight.
Yeah.
Call her to sub in. So I just want to be clear that there is not only an energy to the way that one presents when talking about seeking or wanting to be in a relationship, but there's just, before you even know the energy, there's just a look. There's a look. Okay, I just want to be clear on this.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Right. I just want to add real quick to my man, right? Let me talk to Uncle Neil here, right?
Your favorite uncle. This is Uncle.
Lord. Uncle Neil.
Man, when we look at these types of when we look at these types of women, right? we are attracted or enamored with them because of their feistiness. They're keeping it 100. They're being authentic and feisty and fiery and not prudish, right? We like contention. We want a bit of feisty in us. Man, that is a life. What you want is action. You want excitement constantly. Trust me. Get a quiet, prudish woman and go and join a club. You get all the action you want. Go and get a hobby or something. Because a lot of men, they will see this type of person and will say, yeah, I like that. I like the outlandishness. I like the attitude, the energy. I love that. But they really don't like that. You like that energy for a moment. You don't like that energy to carry down the aisle and put a last name pun and carry home to mommy. No. So I want men to be, because we leave with the bottom head. We getting situationships with these women and we get to a point where we can't get out and then we in it. But you know what? Yeah, stop. So man, I understand. You're seeing a woman, the energy, because those types of women have that energy that is very not only flirtatious but commanding, and it gives you a sense of, yeah, this is some sort of sexual tension and energy. But we gotta be careful. Hold on, Dr. Kerry. I ain't talking about me or Derek. I talk about there are some men out there that like that.
Yeah, this one was married twice, you know, Kerry.
Yeah.
She was married twice.
There are
men over there that like that.
Wait. And you feel that a man ain't gonna be, you feel that her DMs gonna be dry after we can't put Kendra G? Nah, you man, I'm telling you, there are some men out there that like that. And I'm just telling men, you just want that for a moment, not forever. Trust me. Because that all fine and good when it comes to I like you, I love you, and let me get some action going. But when that turns to volatility and
let me build something together. Nah.
She look like something.
This sounds like another show, another episode. But anyhow, let's crack on. We got three videos to do.
Yeah.
I think I'll save the last one for a short. You do the last one.
Not the musical interlude that we have tonight.
But give me this one here. So the minute 16 video. Let's watch that because this one was a doozy that I found on my guy O'Shea's channel. So I had to go.
Yeah, this is y'all feeling him.
Yes. Let's watch that.
All right, let me get there.
Highway. I did one little tube. Within 3 minutes, I knew someone gave me fentanyl. So I'm like, let me get off the freeway. I hit the back of a semi truck. I wake up 36 hours later. The first thing that pops into my mind is where's my phone? Because I had a fresh pic, a newly fresh pic in there.
That's some crazy shit. Hold on. Somebody gave you fentanyl. You thinking about your phone?
Yes, because I knew what the fuck was in it.
I know you was mad as hell in that coma, like, I can't wait to.
My husband's sitting there in a chair. This looking at me, I'm looking at him, he looking at me. He talking about some. So you know we're gonna need to talk about what I saw on your phone, right?
That's crazy. Did he even ask how you were doing?
So as soon as they took the tube out of my throat, right? This is what I sound like. It's like I'm talking from the smoker's room. So he trying to talk to me. My blood pressure going up. The machine's going off. Nurses have to run in the room. So then he finally stopped. So they had to give me surgery to put my arm back in the socket. Why did this nigga cancel my health insurance?
Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. This whole thing your fault.
It is.
Wait. Is that the rare accountability taken by woman?
Yeah. It was. All on you, babe.
No, I want to say this, right? I want to say this, right? And I know Dr. Carey could speak to. Well, I don't know if she could speak to this because we never. Better hope she don't run into Big Dog and Judas. Dr. Carey, you could talk about this, right? Dick pics. I'm sure you.
No, I can't talk about dick pics. I can talk about fentanyl.
Hold on. So you've never received a dick pic in your life?
Nope.
Stop the cat.
No.
Stop the cat. Bring it, Derek. Stop the cat.
Wait. Let me think. I don't recall any.
Dr. Kerry, you know who you're talking to? You know who you're talking to? It's me, you know.
Oh, he may have sent one. Yes. Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
I remember that Yes, I had to go back. Sorry, I had to go back.
You know what selection of cap?
Listen. You thought of
Yes.
Neil here? You thought of me here?
Yeah, I know. I
Good.
tell you everything. Yes.
Good. So tell me about from your perspective as a woman, the whole dick pic situation, because I know there are some women that get unsolicited dick pics, and then I know some women that just keep some of them. So walk us through it. As men that have never, well, I can only speak for myself. I never sent a dick pic in my life. So just tell me, walk us through from a female perspective. When you got, don't do that, Neil. I was gonna ask you where you got your dick pic.
They're gliding up something. What? So here's the thing with the dick pic stuff. Like, I really had to try and pull back on that memory there. My question was, what am I supposed to do with this? I remember my response.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this? You over there from wherever you are sending me this pic. What am I supposed to do with this? Right? And I believe the response was a LOL.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it could be, really.
That's all it could be, right? I'm not a fan of the unsolicited at all, nor the solicited, right? It's not something that I think we should just be out here like, send me a pic. No.
Look at it.
Yeah. So tell us, Dr. Carey, about the fentanyl now. Let's speak to that.
Yeah. So I've done some work with improper drug use, drug related work in minority communities here in the US, i.e. people of color and Black communities, as well as our indigenous population, our Native Americans. And fentanyl, over the past, I want to say 3 to 5 years, has been one of the new kind of hyped up ones. It's been being used quite a bit out here in these streets, and it is mixed a lot into, the cocaine and things of that nature, and heroin. And the combination can be like, she's lucky. She really is lucky. The combination can be very deadly if you're not paying attention to the dosage that you're taking in or what you're mixing it with, type of stuff, in terms of what you may have consumed alcohol-wise prior to shooting up or inhaling or whatever you do to get it in. And the death rate is extremely high. Extremely high. And we have been in various communities working on educating the emergency response teams that work with like the fire department or the police department and stuff like that, to be able to deliver quick response for people who have a fentanyl overdose. Like, it's that bad because it's that common now that even our response teams, our first line responders, have to be trained in that level of response. I used to work on a project that did that quite a bit in DC and some other states. Yeah, so that I know a whole lot more about than I do. So
it's like roofies almost.
An extreme level
but
of
accessible, that kind of way.
But yes, as accessible as that. Yes.
All right, good. So, girlfriend goes somewhere, ends up ingesting this thing, hits the back of a semi, is in a coma. She gets up, folks, and her first thought is where her phone is because she has a fresh dick pic. This dick pic was on her mind whilst in her coma, it would seem. Her dick pic with this fresh dick, and if you heard the excitement in her voice, she had this fresh dick pic.
Right. What was you going to do? I want to know. I really want to know, for women who solicit these things and receive the unsolicited ones, what do you do? You stack them up in your phone to then measure.
My man Ruben say you save the best.
Well, I mean, Dr. Carey, I mean, you could do several things with it. You can self-gratification yourself with it. You can set up a sneaky link with it. You know what I find particularly...
As my man Kevin Manny say, you can share it in the group chat.
Share it in the group chat. You know what I mean? Come on. I mean, what I would say is that I find it extremely interesting that your wife, woman, girlfriend, whatever, just got in an accident, ran in the back of a semi, has to get surgery, and you picking up her phone to get through it. You know what that tells me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages? You need to get rid of she. Because they don't trust... If my partner get in an accident,
and that is my first inclination.
I don't even care if she got a phone or not at that point. I just want to make sure she's good or she alive or whatever. No, you pick up your phone and you say, "Oh, I say we're in the emergency room to see if the
what she did for you."
Yeah, let me see what's going on in here. Cause you know she ain't good. That's all I'm telling me. That she like this is not a new thing. This is a true thing. There's insecurity on both sides, and they're in a healthy relationship.
Well, at least on one side.
Well, yeah, but
on one side.
But
because she has to be very secure to know she got a dick pic in her phone and she phone it locked.
And blurting it out loud, so yeah.
But that's why I say they're in a healthy relationship because she got dick pics and she ain't studying at her boat. I almost lost my life. My husband, I got this dick pic, yo. I don't want the man to find it.
Yeah.
That's our relationship.
When we talk about this losing fentanyl, I forget the amount of it's more than twice. Like it's 20 times, 30 times, something, I forget. I can probably Google it. More powerful than morphine.
Ruben is saying it's not a joke.
Yep.
It is part of the anesthetic toolbox.
Yeah,
right.
Ruben got it there covered.
If you mix it with something, you out like a light, probably within a few seconds, if you mix it badly.
Yeah, so she said she was up for 36 hours.
And she's studying a dick pic.
So
100 times morphine, Dr.
100 times. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, I know it's up there.
Yeah.
And you know how morphine I don't know if you know, but morphine is a very deep sedative for people who have severe pains. I remember they gave my mom morphine a number of times during her cancer treatment.
Right.
So if you have something that can block your nerves from feeling them levels of pain, and it's 100 times more powerful than that, you out like a light.
So imagine.
So she's really lucky. She's really lucky.
So I just harping back to the point where after all of what you just described, first thing coming, when she regained consciousness, and what her phone, because she know her man can go through the phone. She know she
belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets. The husband thing, like that just sound like a mess, dog. That's all.
It just goes to show you. But you said this earlier, right? People are in these facades of a relationship. Nobody wants the content of the relationship.
She married. This ain't even just a normal relationship.
The facade of it. There's no accountability. It's just being irresponsible.
Everyone live like YOLO swaggins.
I want us to give the hubby a Keelan Award.
Oh, for casting the health insurance. I almost
because
forgot that.
hubby decided, you know what, I am not taking no about it. So since you want to be out there, whoever sending you this doggy pic here, so let them come and sort out your insurance for you. Because the reality is, he did not have to cover her like that. We talk about the 4Ps all the time. The man say, I got you covered, I got you protected. This is how you getting on. Well, I will remove my covering. You will have to deal with that. You and whoever is that sending you this dick pic.
Yeah.
How to word out.
There you go.
So big up the hubby, man. Give him a Keelan Award. Folks, it is 9:53 in Barbados and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. We got one more for you before we get out of here. And this one is a doozy. If you are still here with us, 2 minutes, 51 seconds. If you are still with us at this point, folks, thank you so much. Hit the like button one more time before we go. But this last one is a doozy. If you're still with us, don't get triggered too much.
Which one?
This last one.
Is the one that's labeled story time?
No, not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
A lady with glasses or something so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna take a watch of this one and we can come right back. This is the last one for the night. So hang in there with us, folks. We soon finish. Let's check this one out.
See why the fellas is mad at us. We used to do better. So I was talking to one of my homegirls not too long ago, and she tells me she's met the perfect guy, right? She's like, he's great, he's handsome, great job, all of that, right? Oh, nobody's perfect, of course, but standard wise, preference wise, he met everything. So then later on, she tells me and she's like, oh, I dubbed him. You know, he's just not right for me. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, everything was good. Like, you were saying, like, this could have been future hubby. Like you was damn near on the right track for everything. Like, he was just matching up. You know what this woman tells me? She says, his car is old. And I say, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? She's like, well, he's been in his career for 10 plus years. He should have a brand new car. He should have something from this year. Like, why don't you have a more expensive car? Sis, sounds like he doesn't have a car payment. Sounds like he doesn't have an extra $700-800 that he has to spend a month, or how much ever a car payment is. It sounds like he's saving up money. What's the problem? Does it work? Does it have an auxiliary cord? Does it have heat and air conditioning? That's all I really care about. Do the windows go up and down? Has it passed the inspection? That's really all that counts. But you're worried about it being an old car? Really? You're going to pass him up because his car is old? Just little shit like that explains why these men are sick of us. Because you could have a perfectly good guy with a good career. He takes care of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you could ask for, and it's just not enough. But it's women like me that will love on y'all. I just want to let you know that. Okay? We are out here. Stop paying attention to the materialistic women. That's the only thing I can say to you, men.
Shut up about Kevin. Kevin asked his friend BJ. Not hard. What I would say is that 2022 people, this what it comes
This
is what it is. Having a car in 2022 is not enough. You have to have even having a reliable car is not enough in 2022. You got a car within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
If you're in a job for 10 plus years, you driving about a 2015 Camry. What you doing with you like? You driving about a 2015 Swift. A pre-pandemic
vehicle.
You do your money. Instead, you say, as my girl said, that I'm not prudent with his money.
Yeah,
I'm prudent with his money.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, she ain't even like the stupid kind of material girl. Cause the man ain't able to say like the man got more money to spend on you. Johnny, you worry about the man car. So now he can go a big brand new Mercedes Benz and that's good. But no, the man can't afford a Birkin bike. He's a dud because he's stingy and broke and selfish, cheapskate, right? You see, we do this content, right? As Derek said at the end of every podcast, we do this to show you how school keeping, how the game is played, right? We ain't coming to invent nothing. We hoping that we could stop certain behaviors and ideologies, but hey, man, yeah, a pre-pandemic Prius. Yeah, right? I guess Romeo was paying attention to Mr. Sawyer class.
We're back with you.
Right? But in all seriousness, man, this is the time we live in, right? And instead of us appealing to women and mansplaining and telling y'all should change your habits and thought processes, this is a show for men. So frig all of that. You tell him, man, listen, here tune, right? Study yourself, get your money up, do your things, and find a woman that can fit into your game plan here. Because you ain't out here balling and flossing with a brand new, whatever car out there, Range Rover or whatever. You ain't popping bottles and you ain't flossing and showing off for the gram. You ain't got the latest fit. You ain't up on the latest trends and you ain't going all the place and everything like that. I think it's a blessing that woman decided not to choose that man. A blessing.
Amen.
That man dodged a bullet like Neo up on the rooftop against the agents. You understand? So, man, be discerning out the wazoo. If never ever in history in your life you've never been discerning, now is the time and the space. Because when you're not discerning, you're gonna end up in a marriage or with children with a dud, and you can't get out so easy. So it's best to do your due diligence up front, sexually, emotionally, provisionally, whateverly. Do your due diligence up front.
Not the sexual due diligence.
Well, do whatever you need to do, because this goes back to our dude earlier that vex that the woman got an ex that breaking in. He plays to steal gas or he care. No, that on you, brother. That on you. We have to do, because whether you believe in marriage or not, where you stand up and say the vows is forever after.
Yeah, it's supposed to be forever, ever.
So, and trust me, the law sees it as such. So you can't come out the place and talk about how long or I didn't know. Not for forever. Imagine if you were getting a surgery on your body that has the risk of making your life difficult going forward.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get spinal surgery, and you have the option to either go through life in pain, just doing exercises and trying to mitigate the pain, or get this surgery that has a likelihood of crippling you and making you somebody else's problem. You gotta do research on it. You gotta check you should do the research on it. You should do the due diligence and make sure to see if there's something that's worth your while and if the percentage in your favor, whether given your health, weight, ethnicity, and all of those things. Right? And then you make an informed decision. But you can't be out here just wailing because he ass fat, because she looked good, he got on point, because she got this fiery attitude, and you like how, she don't take no bad up and she's keep it 100. Because when shit started to hit the fan and she come talking about how once she want open relationship after 20 years of marriage and 2 children, you ass up the creek shit street. So please, gentlemen, it is incumbent upon you to do your due diligence. Why? Because you is the one that get up on one knee. You is the one that talking about let's get married. You is the one that talking about let me get in a relationship. So before you answer questions, I ain't expect you to know she in and out. That's impossible. But you should know enough to know that there are no surprises. And the man they kicking open your door talk about I know all sorts of gas and all sorts of fuckery and foolishness. So that's my 2 cents on that. I just want men to do a better job of screening and vetting women. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, Dr. Kerry, do we hear from you?
I think ultimately it just feels that priorities are just non-existent or it just completely incorrect. They're not based in reality.
You can't say they're incorrect. A friend of mine told me you can't tell somebody the priorities wrong.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what's a priority to them is a priority to them.
Yes, I can. Because here's how I can tell you. If you tell me that your goal is that I have a Red Bull over there, to walk over there to get that Red Bull, right? But then you're telling me that's your goal, okay? And when I ask you what are your priorities to get towards that goal, are you talking about something in the neighbor's house over here? So, what the F? Mm-hmm. Yes, your priorities are wrong. If your goal is that, then how you gone next door? Mm-hmm. What I have to do with the people that are across the street?
People have wishes, not goals.
I'll tell you what you think happened here, right? Because girlfriend in the video, she said, her friend was saying that this guy is all these things. Good-looking guy, got money, or etc., etc., etc. He take all the boxes. I believe her friend was acutely aware of the fact that that's too big for she. That too big for she, and she get frightened.
Oh, okay. When you say, I was going to ask you to break down why you say too big. Too big meaning accountable. Okay.
Yeah, the situation was too big because
about his purpose.
A man like that, because she recognized, shoot, this man, he making money. She see he had a good job, etc. So she knows, all right, this man on a level. And the fact that he has an old car, she knows that this man is wasteful. You know what I mean? This man will spend his money. He ain't gonna spend a bad cent. So when she come round now, to be wasteful. And she want Birkin bag and all them things. And like we frank from Kendra G, she want Gucci shoes for $1,500 and all kind of thing. She know that man, that's why you say a car. If that man ever change a car in 10 years, he ain't buy you no shoes for $1,500. He ain't doing it.
He's the cheap man, no.
And there much that you could do to move you off that square.
Right. So now, So now he becomes a cheap man, a dusty man.
Yeah, dusty.
Versus being responsible, frugal, disciplined, diligent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy.
There we go.
I'm curious to find out what kind of car the man got. The man got 2002, like
the man said the car's 10 years old. 2012.
My car's 10 years old. Your car is almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
Well, no, Dr. Carrie, let me not talk about her.
Yeah, don't talk about
I used to drive a car that was about 15 years old. Okay. Until it became impractical because my father couldn't deal with that low car. It was a sport.
That's the thing.
I know you're stepping on life.
Yeah. If it's a case where you drive it to the wheels fall off, I know it can't. All they got, you can't run the paddock bend and shoot it. It out the all. If you can't go any further, that dog will not hunt, as they say. This horse dead. We know, all right, it's time to upgrade. That's why I changed my car.
That's different.
Right?
That's different.
That's different. But just to say, the car, now everyone we care about, hey, let me just change it.
What was the horse animal for?
Boxer.
Boxer.
Boxer. But hey, she wanted to change the car, but hey, this whole just changed the main too. But hey, folks, this has been another edition of This and It podcast. It's 6 minutes past the hour of 10 in Barbados, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, folks. You can hit the like button one more time before we get out of here. We've had a great show, another great submission night, and we thank you for hanging out with us. And as always, folks, Neil and I, Dr. Carey, we don't make up the rules. We just make sure you know what they are. You can ignore reality all you want. We've presented a lot of reality here for you tonight. You can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Be the best version of you for you. We will see you guys again soon. Neil, I believe, is going to organize a short for you guys very, very soon. Something's going to happen next week. We're going to give you 2 more live streams on Tuesday and Thursday. So look out for those. And I have some very interesting topics cooking for you already. So you can look out for those discussions. Hey, remember, folks, this is Uncle, the real uncle, not Neil, your favorite uncle. Yeah, please remember, folks. Yeah, we can see you guys next week. Peace.